Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another My Restaurant video. So for the last couple of days, I've been seeing over and over again in my comments, you guys asking for another layout video. And as you guys know, yesterday we just got a brand new update on the game, which went ahead and introduced the floor number 10, as well as the brand new, extremely overpowered slot machine. For this reason, the absolutely annoying one floor layout meta that was going around for all this entire time is finally over if you do have 10 floors. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the most effective one that I've tested so far. Given this does not mean that there isn't better ones out there, but as far as all the ones that I have tested that you guys DM me all the time, this is the most effective one that I came across. So big shout out to Sidewinder and Arc. They did go ahead and grab basically Velcarni's method, make a couple of their own little changes here and there that really made the difference, and it's honestly performing really well. So we're going to be going over how to build that exactly. I'm going to be destroying the entire restaurant and showing you. But before we go ahead and do that, we're going to do what we always do here on the channel, and that is give every single person in the VIP server a shout out. Today is actually a little bit different than what we normally do because I went ahead and made an announcement to all of my VIP members first before I actually put the link out in public on the Discord. So in here, these are all of the individuals that have either donated to me, purchased one of my shirts, boosted the Discord server, or I guess you could kind of say financially supported me in any type of way. So my Discord manager went ahead and told me that'd be a great idea to go ahead and get them involved first, which I am now having instant regrets because they don't know how to act at all, as you can see in the background. But really quickly, let's give a shout out to Jonah Bacon, aka Coloxum, Hype, Mia, Mr. Gnome, Sidewinder, which is in here. Shout out to him. He is one of the creators of the layout that I will be showing you today. Almarez, AimSoul, and Tiny Moon. So again, big shout out to all of them. But as you can see here, this is the layout that we are going to be going over in today's video. Again, it is very similar to how the Velcarni method was, except there's a lot of changes that were made, not only within the first floor, but also within the other 9 floors that are above us. Now, again, I will be completely destroying this and showing you step by step on how to make this. But first, I do want to get out of the way, kind of a little skim through. So the very first thing that I want to point out is I know there's going to be so many of you in the comments telling me, well, Carbon, I don't have the bigger game pass, so I can't actually do this build myself. And to that, I have to say it doesn't really matter at all. I'm going to be showing you exactly what you need to do to get this done, whether you do or do not have the game pass. Now, as you can see right here, the entire room is completely filled up with fillers. The plants serve absolutely no purpose. The only reason that they're there is so that way we can force the AI to walk in the path that we want it to take. Now, if you notice, just about every single block is filled up except for these 4 blocks on this side and these 5 blocks on this side, the pink one being the exit point for the AI. Aside from that, you have the stoves that are located over here with a pocket in the center, 2 order stands, and then the 5 dishwashers that are located right behind it. Now, if we head up to the 4th floor, I'm going to show you guys exactly what it's going to look like. This is if you are a free-to-play player and you per se don't have any tip jars or anything of that sort, and all you have is gumballs. This is the layout that you're going to be wanting to do. Again, I'm going to show you guys the difference once we get down to the actual building, because I do have 2 floors that are completely not built, but I have kind of a layout made for you guys to make it easier on building all of these. So if you notice right here, there's a layout already pre-done. So again, I will be helping you guys step by step on how to do this. But design is actually extremely simple. 2 tables up here, then across 2 more tables, across 2 more tables, and just like that, 2 going all the way around with a total of 8 tables and 1 pocket in the center. So now, with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead now and get into the good stuff. I'm going to go ahead really quickly and destroy everything inside of this room, and we'll get started on rebuilding the entire thing so that way you can get a general understanding on how this works and how you can get it done in your restaurant. I do also want to point out, before we even continue any further into this, please make sure that if you are making this build, you have all 10 floors. The reason why the 1 floor meta kind of ends with the 10 floor marker is because customer rate increases to 0.5 to 2 seconds. So if you are using a 1 floor meta for this, then unfortunately you are going to have a lot of overpopulation inside of your restaurant, and you're just not going to have enough seats for people. Now, there is nothing super bad about this, but the only downside is that you're obviously losing money and you're losing customers. But again, I just did want to make it very clear that you need to make sure that you have at least all 10 floors to use this. And please, before you leave this comment, no, you don't need to use royal sets for every single floor. I just just really like flexing, so I decided to use royal sets in every floor. All right, so now let's go ahead and get started. No matter if you are looking at this from the bigger restaurant game pass or not, follow along the exact steps that I am telling you, and you will be able to get this done. Now, to get started, the first thing that you're going to want to do is kind of grab one of the tiles. It doesn't really matter what it is or what color it is. You're basically going to use this as a reference point, but go ahead and grab your desired colored tile. And as you're looking at the front door, put it on the left hand side. From here, go ahead and count 2 blocks to the left. So 1 and then 2. From this point, you're going to want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On that 5th block, go ahead and place whatever carpet it is that you're holding in your hand right now. If you don't have the bigger restaurant game pass, go ahead and do a trail of 3 blocks. If you do have the bigger restaurant game pass, then go ahead and do a 4th block. Now, once you've done that, go ahead and place the front door behind you. From that first block that you did, go ahead and skip over 1 and place a block right here. From this point, if you do have the bigger game pass, go ahead and add 3 blocks going up with 4, and if you don't have the game pass, then obviously do 3. So both of these lines should be completely aligned and flush with each other. Now, if you notice on my end, I have 1 purple block behind it. This is going to be your exit point. So if for some reason you do want to leave a reference point, just go ahead and grab a different colored block or maybe a plant or something and just place it right here for now. Keep in mind, this is going to be an empty block, so my best suggestion is definitely get a different colored tile and place it right here. Now, once you've gone ahead and gotten these 2 lines completed, let's go ahead and move on to the next part, which is head to the corner where your teleporter is. Again, it doesn't matter whether you have the game pass or whether you don't, just go to the top right hand corner of your restaurant. Go ahead and pull out your dishwashers. It doesn't matter what direction you put them. Place one here, place another one right here, another one right next to it, one in front of that, and another one right next to it. In total, you are looking at adding 5 in this corner, all while leaving this one little spot empty. Next, go ahead and grab your order stands, place one right here and another one on this side. After that, I'm pretty sure you've already caught on, but go ahead and place the stoves going completely around on the yellow blocks that I have on the floor. So I believe it is a total of 3 going across and 3 going down. Try your very best to kind of face them all towards the center point, because it's going to make it just easier for you to be able to place all of them down, and mainly because all of your cooks are going to be kind of hanging out right here in the center. This will also work as your new teleporter point. So customers are going to go ahead and walk all the way to the end of this line, walk across here, and then walk straight into this portal right here. Once you have this kind of little layout that I have going right here, the next part is extremely easy and not complicated at all whatsoever. You're just going to fill in fillers everywhere in the room. For the main entrance, I probably suggest that you put ropes, just simply because it's a lot easier to get in and out of your place. It's not going to block too much. So do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do 4 going up as well. So at the end, you should have something looking very similar to this. Next, go ahead and grab your plants, do a complete outlining. Again, it should look something like this, and then just go ahead and fill up the rest of the area with whatever you want, really. Again, it's really important for you to place one in this corner as well. You want to fill up every single empty spot, even in front of the stoves, with your filler items, so that way the AI does not walk anywhere else but the path that you want it to walk on. Now, the first floor is really the only one that you have to fill all the way up. All the other floors, you won't need to fill them all the way up. I'll actually show you what the threshold is before the AI starts to kind of break through. All right, so we've gone ahead now and filled up every single spot. As you can see, this is going to be your final product. Extremely simple. It just really overcomplicates things when you see all the plants, but it's actually really easy to do. So once you've gone ahead and got it to this point, just for testing purposes, I'm going to go ahead and open my restaurant so you can see it kind of working in action. But as you can see, they kind of just walk in, head down here, straight to the turn, then walk into the stoves, and then they instantly teleport to the top floors where the tables are going to be. And then obviously when they're done eating, what's going to happen is they're going to spawn back in the corner over there, walk around, walk straight down this path, and then exit on this pink square that I have right here. So now let's go ahead and explain what exactly you're going to be doing from floors 2 all the way to floor 10. Now, if you aren't a pay to win player, by that I mean if you haven't purchased tip jars and stuff like that, this is the layout that you're going to want to be doing for floor 2 all the way into floor 10. It's extremely simple, and I'm going to tell you the exact order that you should do this. If you notice, I already have my gumballs up, and that's because that is going to be the very first step that you're going to do. So go ahead and from the top right hand corner of the room closest to the teleporter, go ahead and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On that 8th block, go ahead and place your first gumball machine and then count 7 going down and 7 going the other way, leaving this corner completely empty. Once you've done that, you now have the outer border of your floor build. And then after that, it's literally as simple as just placing 2 tables down, leaving a gap away from the wall. Go ahead and rotate your table, place another 2 down here, again, leaving a gap away from the wall. Rotate it again and place 2 more over here. And then for the final 2, they're going to be on this side. Now, if you remember in Valkarni's previous setup, there used to be 2 pockets in the center, but obviously they've gone ahead and gotten rid of that. And now there is only a singular pocket, which obviously makes everything a lot faster. Now, once you've done that, at this point is literally as simple as just going ahead and dropping down all of your chairs and you're good to go. You have the entire build full. Your customers are going to start coming in. Again, I do know that I sound like a broken record, but you do not need to use royal sets for this. You can use the red booths and the tiki tables, so definitely keep that in mind. Now let's go ahead and assume that you guys have 10 tip jars, and you want to make sure that you include those tip jars in all of the floors between 2 and 10. You guys are going to have a little bit of a different design. So if you notice, the outer edges do not have gumballs for this, just simply because there's no point in having it if you do have a tip jar. Sidewinder actually went ahead and told me this, and I was a little hard-headed and I still included gumballs, and he was right. It really didn't make much of a difference. But same concept over here. Just go ahead and place 2 tables up on this side. Instead of them being horizontal, you're going for vertical this time. Then right on the bottom side, go ahead and rotate them, put another 2 tables, rotate again, place another 2 tables on this side. You do want to make sure that you leave this gap right here. I'm going to be showing you in a second why. Place the other 2 tables up here, and then in that perfect little golden spot that I have right here, place your tip jar, and the 2 little empty spots you want to put fillers. After that, place all of your chairs down, and this is the final product that you will have. Again, it now only has a singular pocket in the middle, and in a second you should see customers come in and they start to instantly teleport to their seat. Also, for the top floors here, you want to make sure that right after you place your gumball machines, you place at least 3 to 4 layers outwards. That's usually about the threshold AI won't pass after that. So if you notice, I kind of did it all the way around, but I left a little bit of a space over here, so I used that empty space to fill up with these absolutely useless jewelry cases because I use royal sets, so the jewelry cases are irrelevant because I don't get celebrities. But it is also the same concept if you're using the tip jar method. Just obviously you won't have gumballs, so go ahead and replace that with just your flowers or whatever filler item it is that you decide to go with. So again, an extremely simple and straightforward build. I know it was a little confusing when I made my Valkarni method video before. Honestly, I was still trying to understand and learn exactly how these methods were going, so I didn't really feel comfortable in destroying the entire method back then. Obviously, I've now destroyed and created just about probably over 100 methods by now, so I'm pretty used to building these at this point. But if you guys do have any questions, please let me know in the comments and I will most definitely answer them for you. I try my very best to go ahead and answer as many comments as I can, but if you do have a question, also make sure that you scroll through some of the other comments. Maybe I have already answered your question, but if you went ahead and enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all types of different content. Thank you guys so much for 18,000 subscribers. We are already on our way to 19,000, which is just insane, dude. We're creeping up on 20k so fast, and I honestly don't even know how to just kind of like soak it all in right now. We just hit 3,400 members in the Discord, and we're already right around the corner from 3,500. Big thank you to all of you. Make sure that you join the Discord. We have people talking about methods in there all the time. I do hope that this one helps you guys out. It will generate you guys a decent amount of customers per hour. That's gonna go ahead and do it for today's video. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.